Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, am I right, fellas? Am I right? Or am I right? Ladies and gentlemen, Seattle Sounders do not take game one. We fall behind in the series 1-0. Minnesota United claim the victory in penalty kicks after a thrilling, just insanely exciting 0-0 draw. I mean, fellas, this one hurts, man. It really does. This was a game that was in our hands. This game could have gone either way. And we had our chances. We didn't take them. Left the game all the way to PKs. And it's just a game where you knew if this game goes to penalty kicks, they got the better penalty kick saving goalkeeper. Honestly, just the better goalkeeper in general. St. Clair was incredible for them today. And not our greatest penalty kick showing as well. J. Ross, I'm going to let you give your thoughts. What do you think about the match? Lay it out for us.
It was a hard stream to hop onto, fellas. That sucked. You could feel it coming the whole game. And I was trying to decide, who to blame for this game. And it's a laundry list. A whole list of names that really were brutal today. And I don't know if we want to hop right into it, but we can just go on the rant. I'll start up at the top. I disagree with a lot of what Schmetzer did today. I think Georgie took way too long to go into the game. I didn't like bringing Moose into the game next to Morris. Next up, Moose. 2 sitters. One of those got to go in the back of the net. Either that squared ball back in the 6 or that header needs to go into the back of the net. I think I disagree to a certain extent with a lot of the chat. I think Morris looked dangerous, but I don't think he should have played the whole 90. So I don't understand why him and Moose were on the field at the same time. And all in all, we just look so sloppy tonight. Top to bottom. Ymar with some gross giveaways. Obed, I saw it in the chat. Let's shout out Chad real quick. Obed turned the ball over so much tonight. So much tonight. Nuhu, I mean, that's kind of okay, Nuhu turned over, they're kind of expected. That's not an anomaly. We'll just roll with punches on that one. But even Roldan with some turnovers. Like there was the one play in the first half where Roldan just passed it out of bounds on a 6-yard pass.
Just ugly, man. Just ugly. And then it also kind of I just felt like maybe it was a bad pass from Roldan, but I'm like,
too,
I felt like on that play in particular, even New, I felt like I could have done better. Kind of just sat there and watched it went out. It was just ugly. It was ugly from everybody. Yeah.
Seattle sports are just pain right now, fellas. Pure pain. And then, Rothrock was garbage. I mean, it was just one of those games where it kind of just felt like we were all playing, or I say we, the Sounders we were just out there expecting for something to happen, waiting for someone else to make the play. It kind of just felt like we were never there at full intensity. And it's kind of just going back to that same problem that we've talked about over and over and over again. This team kind of lacks that guy to just grab the game by the scruff and say, I'm going to come up with a big goal. Prime Sounders, Rui Diaz, Ladero is just getting a goal there. Rui Diaz is putting one of those chances away inside the box, plain and simple. And we just don't have that lethal edge to us anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I want to point out too, I think we were, just to add on to that, the one game changer we had that I genuinely think could have changed this game was De La Vega. 100%. I thought Rothrock was getting into some good spots where I'm like, if Pedro was there, if Pedro was on the field getting into these spots, I would absolutely back him to potentially score, a great clutch goal. I mean, if you look in the first half, there was a ball, which I wanted to come to defense for Morris real quick. I know Morris isn't the best. We all know this, right? Everyone on the channel knows Morris is not the DP that you want to win an MLS Cup, of course, right? But Morris could have walked away with this game with 2 assists. Easy. Morris was playing great balls in. I mean, granted, a lot of it came from the right side, which is another discussion we can talk about. But, Jordan Morris gets the ball, nice little flick in behind to Rothrock. And I'm just like dreaming, and I'm gonna be dreaming tonight, thinking of De La Vega in that position, ripping it with velocity far post. Like we've seen him score that goal twice at least this season. You know, it's just a game where, like I said, you needed a game changer. We didn't have one,
This was
and
just the
even
most Seattle Sounders way to lose a game. Like, we win big
yeah,
games, but when we lose games, this is how we lose games. And
you know what
it's
sucks?
so frustrating to lose this way.
Yeah, yeah, it's just, and again, like to be honest, like with this one, I think when you're facing a low block like that, I want a dude who can pick out passes and line breaking passes quickly, which I liked from Ferreira a lot, to be honest with you. But I also liked when Morris was out wide, getting in behind and playing a great balls in. To be honest with you, like
You know what I think? You know what I think? I think with Ferreira, the thing is he's so good at finding that space in between the lines. And it pissed me off because the whole game, specifically the second half, Minnesota would just tuck right in, and we just played like a bunch of babies out there and just went side to side, double pivot wide, and then it settled for an aimless cross. Like,
yeah,
that's what Minnesota wanted. They wanted us, and then they wanted to take advantage of it on the counterattack, which they almost were able to. Like, at some point, someone just gotta grow a pair and play a ball between the lines and make the center
yeah,
backs move. They can't just stand there. Like that, we're playing right into their game, letting them just go side to side. They trust their center backs to win a ball in the air. They trust us to not score off a cross like that. And we just played right into their game. And I saw a post about earlier saying we're lucky Pereira couldn't put a decent ball in tonight because that's Minnesota United's whole game. Like, this game went to what they would want, and they just couldn't put it away. We just
mhm.
played right into their hands.
Yeah. It's. I think I want to talk about the number 9 position here. Um, to be honest with you, Musovski should have put this game away, of course, right? I think had we put Osase De Rosario in the game, had he had that same exact chance with his
If
height,
we're gonna whip it in, put our big boy up top. Like, what?
if he had that because that ball is right at Musovski's fucking eyes. You know, it's not like he's having to jump up and like try and put a play on the ball. Like that ball is right on the noggin. Put the 6'4" guy who scored a very similar goal in a cup final. I mean, it's just it's frustrating. Musovski has not looked good the last several games he's played in. Osase De Rosario did nothing to be benched. It's frustrating. I want to see Osase next game. I think we win this game if Osase's in. Like it's a game of inches, right? And just little things like that, little tiny things like that, are just what can completely change a game. And I agree with J. Ross as well. Like Georgie Monongu just got no action at all. Barely had any time to do anything. Just an overall frustrating fucking bunch of guys that we have. Overall frustrating game. Brian Schmetzer gotta be better. Gotta come correct next game.
Yeah, I mean, Barry's right. We just need to go to Siggy right now to screw, because I think this is just one of those games where you just need to. You have one of two options. You walk into the locker room depressed and just say, "Well, we effed that up," or everyone screams their head off. And I'm kind of okay with some screaming because I don't think that we have much of that going on with the team. And
Yeah.
dude, you know what? Musovski, for how many goals he scored this year, I swear he is the king of getting the ball, turning, and having the most mind-numbingly obvious pass to play into either someone in behind or a square ball, and taking 4 more touches and turning the ball over. The first thing he did when he stepped in the field, he got the ball, he turned. Rothrock was out wide, cut inside, onside with the fullback, and Moose just dribbled into pressure.
He's like I don't mean this in a mean way. Well, actually I do. But like
You definitely do.
Musovski
But
is
continue.
stupid. Like he I think he's a stupid human being. I like so many simple things that you can easily do. Anybody can do, and you just don't do them. And then, for example, defensively, I don't know if you know this play that I'm talking about here, but one of the guys gets the ball. Obed's clearly pressuring, clearly about to take the ball, and he comes in behind and steps on his fucking cleat. Like, what are we doing? Are you that stupid? You can't have that kind of stupidity in the fucking game. Seriously. And if you're not going to score goals, then you're worthless. I'm sorry, bro. You're worthless. If you're not going to put the ball in the back of the net and you're going to be so fucking terrible at everything else. I don't want to see Musovski get in the game. If that's how it's going to be, I don't want to see it at all.
Yeah,
And
I
and
agree
and I
100%.
will say, could he get in that position though? I 100% back Osasi to get in that position. It was so obvious, like no center back right there. That's just easy space for the striker. I've seen him time and time again make those great runs. He scored several headers for this team in the short amount of
Here,
time that he's played.
Brody. I'll answer the question. For us. Well, would he get in that position?
Yeah, I know.
Have we seen this before? I feel like we've seen him in that position score in a final. He would get in that position.
If Musovski with zero soccer brain can get in that position, I'm very, very confident that Osase and Morris could get in that position too. It's just, man, like I really liked when Moose went on that insanity run. You know, it was really nice, but it comes to a point where you're costing us games, man. You really are. With your not being able to put the ball away, with your dumb decisions. It's so frustrating, bro.
That we've talked about. And before this, I want to preface this. We love Wrinkle Wednesdays here on Rave Rain TV. But we had that discussion about putting Thomas in for PKs. Like, okay, like we kept a clean sheet in regulation, so you can't really fault Schmetz for having Fry in, for the game. Yeah. But has it not been proven that I feel like I know it's dumb, and I've said this before. I'm usually against this. I feel like we should have put Thomas in for Pens.
Yeah. Well, I think when the gap is so great between the two goalkeepers in this area,
so
I don't think it matters whether he's
mind
played
you,
or not.
This is a Google search AI overview, so there is a chance this is incorrect. How many PK saves has Stefan Fry made? Stefan Fry has made 5 PK saves. His last one being in 2022.
I think Thomas has made 5 in
over
the last
400 MLS appearances. Going back to Love Wrinkle Wednesdays, we love you, Stefan Fry. But some keepers, just PKs aren't their thing, and I just don't think PKs are Stefan Fry's thing.
I think Thomas has made 4 or 5 in so many less appearances. It's so frustrating, man. Fry, like with all due respect, Stefan Fry seems like a very like team first guy. I mean, clearly he's fucking been here for well over a decade. I feel like he's got to understand and have the common sense here. Like, hey, dude, I'm sorry, man. You're my number one. If I'm Brent, I'm saying, well, first of all, he's not my number one, but thinking of the amount of Brian Schmetzer, hey, you're my number one. But you got to understand here that Andrew Thomas in penalty kick shootouts significantly better. It's just proven by the eye test, proven by stats. And I don't think he'd be like up in arms about it. Of course, that competitive spirit and he wants to play, but I don't think he's gonna be like I have a hard time believing he wouldn't like understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Osase needs to start. I've seriously, man, it's really getting old. And if fair play, if Osase, because here's the thing, out of the last, not just this game, but the last month, Musovski and Morris both have not looked good at all. You know who's the one guy that hasn't even had the opportunity to look bad? Is Osase. And what has Osase done in his last several games? Score goals. Like, sure, Osase could start and then have just as bad of a stinker. He could, right? But it's not bad process at this point. Like, Morris ain't getting it done up top at the 9 at least. As much as I loved his link-up play, I thought was brilliant today. Musovski's not getting it done. I mean, we should go home with a win. Musovski should have sent us home with a win. He's not getting it done. It's Osase de Rosario time. It's time to put him in the game. Whether you want to keep rolling Morris out at the 9 because he can get in behind, fucking whatever. But Osase, if you're going to sub a striker into the game, Osase needs to be that guy, if not starting. There's no realm of possibility where he should be not playing, especially if the goal is to cross the ball in for a header. Man,
Seattle sports are just I love Seattle sports, die hard for every holy heartbreak of a week. Like, Sounders,
Yeah.
please save us.
Thoughts on
Please
Ryan
save
Kent?
us.
Thoughts on
So,
Ryan
okay,
Kent?
you saw the tweet.
Yeah.
Brian did say he'll have some role against Minnesota. So I have game 2 or game 3 he's going to play. I just don't know which. I'm assuming they're saving him for Seattle and just didn't have him play away for the first leg. But this game just felt like a guy. I mean, we have a guy named Georgie Manungu who should have been in the game earlier, but this felt like a game that just needed some flashy guy on the outside to beat a fullback and get a shot off or create something instead of us just settling for crosses like usual.
I just want to like let's say Ryan Kent was available and played about what 30 minutes maybe. If let's assume Brian's not going to keep Rothrock in the 80th minute, but obviously he would. Had you had Kent and Osase in, is there not a world? Can you not imagine where Ryan Kent beats a guy down the end line, little dink across the box? Osase's there to head the ball in the back of the net. Like, if that's the way we want to play, then Ryan Kent needs to be in the game. Sorry, not
Well,
Georgie. Georgie's not going to deliver in consistent good crosses. Rothrock can't even get open enough to put a ball in. To be honest with you, to me, like I really hope Ryan Kent gets more than just 5 minutes off the bench and we're losing the game. And it doesn't fucking matter. I hope Ryan Kent can go 30. Obviously, he hasn't played in 2 months, so his fitness.
and it'll really be. I don't know how many she can play, but I've
Yeah,
been saying it. If Ryan Kent can play,
but
I'm feeling a Ryan Kent cult hero type run, like Victor Rodriguez 2019 type vibe, where he's gonna have his moment. He's not gonna be fit. He's gonna come off the bench, but he's gonna make a moment. But we gotta make sure that when he comes on the field, we're in a spot where he can make that moment. So
yeah.
gotta shout out Barry whenever he comments. Speaking of, Morris should not be starting. We'll go right to his next. I'd rather a crash out this round than Western Conference blowout versus LAFC. I can't handle another year with this old, slow roster. I don't know if I can mentally handle either, to be honest. I think both of them are just pure pain.
Yeah,
I don't know which one I'd rather have. I
I
mean,
don't want to get bounced in the first round.
yeah.
If we lose to LAFC, we lose. They're the best team in the West. You know, no shame in that, in my opinion. But going
Yeah,
out in the
I
first
think
round, the way that we are on the trajectory of going, because this game we blew, could easily won. The next game or two could be very similar. I don't want to go out like that. I'd rather us go out on our shield against LAFC, even if it means we lose by 2, 3 goals. I don't want us to go out in the first. It's not good enough for this team. The MLS deepest team, like one of MLS's most red hot teams the last several months. Going out in the first, it's yeah.
I think they're both pain. And I think that if we would lose to LAFC, if another team had that same roster, not LAFC, let's say like San Diego had the same roster, I'd be like, okay, whatever. It just hurt. It hurt more because it's LAFC, but I would definitely rather lose later on. I just think I don't think Minnesota's that good. And Subaru, who commented, and he was talking about, put it up. They just settled for going to PKs at home. Like, if we get bounced by a team that is too scared to play at home when you're the higher seed, disgraceful. And it's so frustrating. This is a joke. This is a joke that my youth soccer team had when I was maybe U16. And at times, the best way to defend the Sounders is give us the damn ball. Like, I swear, sometimes the best way to keep us from scoring and to score on us is legitimately to let us have the ball. Because we just settle for passing it around a low block. And it's been a problem all year. We just can't find, if we don't find that breakthrough relatively early on, we're just screwed because we lack creativity without some of the names that we have right now. And it makes us super susceptible to counterattacks. Obviously, it didn't happen today, but that's still a direct reason why we lost because Minnesota realized if they pack 5 in the box, we're not going to pass to the middle of the field. We're just going to cross it from way wide and pray that Morris or Moose can score. Clearly, they're not capable of doing that right now.
Rose too one-dimensional. Musovski's 0-dimensional. Musovski has dementia. I think he forgot how to play soccer, to be honest.
Which is so frustrating because it's so talking about heating up at the wrong time. Like there is obviously a goal scoring Moose in there, right? Like for some way, somehow he finds the ways to score goals in MLS, and he's just gone cold at the worst possible time. And I think it's part of that fear of like Moose of last year, like the Moose that we put at the bottom of our preseason roster rankings. I think when
Yeah,
he has that, that's what we get scared of. But also, he's proven, I guess, that if he can find Moose of earlier this season, he can put goals in the back of the net. And this
I
is a
agree
fair.
with.
Oh, I
Oh,
was gonna. We clicked the same thing
yeah,
again.
yeah. I think this is a fair point too. Seriously, like Musovski was playing well, and then you brought in Morris. He almost immediately started as soon as he could play, like more than 45 minutes. I agree with this too, but I'm also gonna disagree with this at the same time. I'm not gonna chill, dude. You lost us the game. You're a striker. That's what you do. Put the ball in the back of the net when you are 5 yards away from the goal. If Morris missed that, fuck. I just can't. I couldn't even imagine what this chat would look like right now. It's so crazy that like I love you guys, right? But I got to be honest with you. Like Musovski sold the fucking game completely. Morris gave us many opportunities to get a goal, and I know it's hard to hear. And I am listen. I'm not saying Morris is the guy. Absolutely not. Morris should have walked away with 1 assist, if not 2 assists. Musovski has one job, and he had 2 opportunities to do it from a very, very, very more than reasonable distance, and he failed. So no, I'm not going to chill. I want my strikers to put the ball in the back of the net because even if Musovski sucks at everything else, you could say we walk away with a 1-0 win and nobody's complaining.
I agree,
So,
100%. Let's
yeah.
see some of the members' comments. We can talk about this. Maybe this would be a good thing to talk about post or after the season. Hopefully not for a while, but
Yeah.
I mean the De La Vega injury is objectively just the Sounders are just taking English out of me. I'm just so heartbroken.
Yeah.
And then how about that out? The whole
Alex
PK
Piquet, oh
shootout
my
was
god.
pain. Okay,
You know what's crazy?
one
I would have backed him to shoot the first penalty kick. Like
I will say
100%.
though that was
And
that
it was so bad.
I call BS on the ref biting for St. Clair because the ball was still the rule is the ball has to have some sort of plane over the PK spot. He did not have to move that ball back. That was BS. And then you saw the referee every PK from that point on getting in our player's face and talking about where it is on the spot. Like obviously 100% our fault. Not making excuses because the fact that we had 2 PKs not on target, pathetic. But the referee played right into St. Clair's games. Christian Roldan, I love you. I have a side Roldan poster. It's off frame. I have a Roldan jersey. Christian Roldan should not be in the PK, the first 5.
And that's not even his fault, dude. That's Brian's fault. Or who's
Because
setting the order? I mean, it's got to be Brian, right? Who's
Roldan
setting
has
the
missed
order?
a PK for the U.S. He missed the PK against Puebla. He missed a PK now. Christian Roldan,
Yeah.
I love you. You're our best player this year, probably, arguably.
You're just not a
PKs
PK
are
taker.
not your strength.
Just not a PK taker. There's nothing wrong with it, too. It's just who's putting him there? Who's putting bro 4th or 5th or 3rd or wherever he took the penalty kick? Who's doing? It's just it's crazy, bro. And even then, like I would have backed Danny Leva to shoot top 3, top 4.
Yeah,
He misses.
that's the hard part too. Yeah, Alex and Danny.
Yeah.
Reagan's our best PK taker, by the way. Reagan is
He's
ice cold
fucking
on
awesome
pens.
at penalty kicks. He's awesome
He's
at penalty kicks, man.
Ice. I swear, some of those things too, where the keeper's like, "Oh, center back Brute's coming up to take the pen," and then he just every
I also
time.
I like Ferreira on penalty kicks too, and obviously it's not like you're playing for penalty kicks. So when you make those subs, you're not like, wait, we gotta keep him in the 60th minute, to take a penalty kick 30 minutes. Like you're not playing to go to PKs, but it just sucks. Sucks that he couldn't get one.
This comment that we should have had a penalty. I don't understand how that was a foul on Rothrock on the missed handball, but I will say it equals out the game because, in my opinion, that push by Reagan was 100%.
Yeah, dude.
Clear shove on the numbers, no foul. So I was pissed off.
And
then
it's funny, like
even.
I'm yelling at my TV because they're like saying just brilliant from Jackson Reagan, just enough contact, but not. I'm like, no, it's fucking stupid. Shoved in the back, should have been a red card penalty kick. We lose the game in the first 5 minutes. It was very, very dumb, very dumb, and he got glazed like he's fucking Maldini. It was wild. But anyways,
why is it Morris? I know this is sarcasm, but Morris is objectively bad at PKs too. That's just a fact. He's always been. I know it's sarcasm, but. And then it's like we said, Moose did just blatantly get benched and he's playing good for Morris. And I think that was I think it was just one, we know that Schmetz loves Morris, but I think it was more of Schmetzer trying to heat Morris up before the playoffs, and Morris did not get fully heated up, and Moose went ice cold, which is not a good formula for cooking anything.
Yeah.
Morris
Yeah.
missed his last one, yeah.
It's not
Rusnak, yeah, I
just
mean,
yeah, but with the thing with Moose is not it's not just a finishing. Like I can get like the rust can hurt your finishing, but also at the same time, like have we ever heard of like Will Bruin, guys that can come off the bench and put a fucking goal away when we need it? Like I'm sorry, you've been playing this sport your entire life, man. Like a header from inside the 5, it's hard to blame it on rust. I'm
okay.
really struggling to find the
What's
rust
your take
argument
on
here.
this, though? Do you think this could have been the recipe to win?
It's a fair point. One that you can't really argue. Um,
It's
if we
smart
scored
at the
more
end of the
goals,
day.
we probably would have won.
This is actually a good point,
So
too.
yeah. Yeah.
Which are things that
But
what I
the
don't
thing is,
understand,
it's
why
not
is this not on
the
the team
reason why I
sheet?
disagree the reason why I disagree is because if we beat Minnesota, we would have won, because if you beat them, then you win the game. So I wouldn't say could, I'd say would. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the substitutions? What is going on that sideline? It took way too long for us to make a sub. I was so frustrated. We were texting. I think I was texting my buddy. I think I was texting Carson, but I was like, "Oh, this is the perfect time for Georgie to break into this game. Georgie's coming in," and then the commentators go, "Looks like Danny Musovski's coming into the game."
Yeah. Oh man, for Jesus Ferreira too, just double.
Yes,
Just a double fuck, dude. Come on. Like, oh man. Man.
that's true. We're back. We are making fun of Moose, but if he would have got 3 more goals, he would have got a hat trick.
True.
So we do need to lay off.
Moose is a believable player on his day, I must say.
Nice. I just don't get it. I do not get it. It's not if the game. If it would have been I don't know. Let's say it was tied 2-2 or something, and it's like, oh, okay, our attack has proven that we're gonna score goals today. I understand leaving them on the field for so long, but it's 0-0 in the near 80th minute, and we're like, 5 more minutes. Let the boys keep going. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Clearly, Minnesota wanted to go to PKs. Why are we not changing? It's so annoying.
So I kind of want to just move on to a little bit of a different topic here, but let's talk about next game. Of course we want to dwell on this game. It's gonna hurt for a bit. It'll hurt when you fall asleep tonight, but now we gotta discuss, what are we changing? What are we making any changes? What's the lineup gonna look like? How do we, after seeing game one, and obviously we know what they want to do, it's pretty obvious. How are we going to adjust? How would we adjust? So let us
probably just not watch.
Yeah, that's how me personally I'm going to adjust. Oh man. Let me just pull something up right here, fellas.
So there's 2.
Good old foot mob lineup builder here.
Wow. Getting high tech here at RGTV.
Yeah.
I will say, but
Humble
we'll preface this. Are we going to do what we would do, or are we going to do what Schmetz would do? Because there's 2 very different things.
We're going to do what we would do, because clearly what Schmetzer wanted to do didn't work, and we want to win games. So let's say we do what we want to do. All right.
Chat, you're helping with this too, boys. All right. End goal. What do we want? Let's see everything. So,
and then what we can also say, what the probability is of who's going to play where when we build our own lineup. But anyways, let's get started. In goal, are you still rocking with Fry to start out the game?
Or I think so.
You still rock Fry?
To be honest, I'm indifferent for goalkeeper from the start. It's hard to bench Fry after keeping a clean sheet through 90, right?
Yeah, and I will say,
I'm seeing a lot of Thomases in the chat, though, which I think both answers are right.
But I want to put it this way. We've seen a lot of, the logic about, listen, Musovski got ice cold. He didn't play, and we put him in the game after not playing very much, and it fucked him up, right? I would say going for the full 90, there is that argument that you can make. Subbing it for penalty kicks to me is a different thing. But
I think Fry.
I think I would have wanted to start the playoff series with Thomas, but since Fry,
I mean,
for the 90 minutes looks okay. I mean, he didn't put a foot in wrong. I think I would
he
still
is the
go Steph
captain
Fry.
too, right?
Yeah, he is the captain, but
Before we move on to the next, we do now have
yeah,
to do both because the GOAT has spoken.
the GOAT
So,
has spoken. Well, Brian Schmetzer's putting Fry,
nope.
so we know that.
Yep. Barry the GOAT once
All right,
again.
let's just get
Lost
this
some
out of the
terrible
way.
English there.
Which I will say, not a great game from Ymar, but also at the same time, really dangerous on set pieces. So we need that, and also helps prevent them scoring from set pieces, which they want to build their fucking offense around.
Can we
Apparently,
just skip?
so
Can we just skip through? Do we both agree that both us and Schmetz is the same back line? Save everyone some
yeah, it's the
time.
same back line. I mean,
Let's
if
just
chat,
let's
if
ju-
chat, if anyone else disagrees with the back line, tell us why. We'll talk about it. But we're going here,
let's
and
just
yes,
save
number
everyone
five
the
will be
time.
playing. Yeah,
Let's save everyone the time. Same double pivot.
yeah, same double pivot. Again, if anyone disagrees with anything, let us know, and we would love to get your opinion on that.
Okay.
All right, cool.
This is where we get a
Now,
little bit more tasty.
okay. I will say Albert Rusnak, just an indifferent performance. I didn't really feel positive or negative. They
I think
obviously
you
had
have to
it.
start him at the 10 again, though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's where I'm leaning. You could move Ferreira there if you want to bring Morris down out wide. Um,
Is it a crazy take that Yeah, I think that I don't think it's a bad claim to say Morris will have a stamp on this game, but off the bench. I would like to maybe not start him and see if him. I mean, we saw that he was trying to abuse going in behind, especially get in that space in behind their fullbacks. Who's to say him coming on like the 60th minute wouldn't be different?
yeah, yeah. I think we'll get to the striker position, but I think we're gonna go 10 Albert Rusnak. I mean, I'm gonna back the DP here. Whether or not you think he's a qualified DP for this level of team, we all have our opinions on that. But you know, he's your 10. He's got the most goal contributions. He's your number one penalty kick taker, your set piece taker. Like yeah, I'm fine putting Rusnak in. His crosses have been better recently, I will say. Today, of course, nothing came from them, but just the last few weeks, I thought his set pieces were better. Not except for the free kick, that was fucking dreadful. The one that he hit right into the wall. All right, on the right
Wait,
side.
let's back up to that. For that free kick, Rusnak stuttered. The commentators go, "Oh, looks like the Sounders are pulling something right off the training ground," and then he rips it at the wall's shins.
That's what we've been practicing. Yep.
Like,
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do here.
oh my goodness.
No, because think about it, actually. Okay, no. All right, so on the right side, for me, I'm still going Jesus Ferreira. Do you have any? I should probably. Yep. Okay, he's right there. Would you change anything? Would you start Morris out wide? What would you change?
I think that this is hard. It's for me. If I was, this is hard. I honestly, you know what? I'm kind of liking the idea of Ferreira on one side, Morris on the other. Is that a crazy
Yeah,
claim?
it's not a crazy claim. I do have something in mind. Well,
Because
let's just put.
there's another name that I want to start on the left, and I see him commented just recently. Because I
Yeah,
want Ian more, but
I think this is a game where I would still keep Ferreira in, especially if they're going to sit back. Like I do like his ability to make those line breaking passes
I'm
and
so
find
torn, dude.
space.
Because I think Morris has to. If Morris plays, it has to be up top. But I might
Morris
stick with
doesn't.
Morris. I think I'm going to stick with Morris, and I think I'm going to go Morris up top and Georgie on the left and Ferreira on the right. I don't know if you agree with that.
Morris. I see. Here's the thing. I thought Morris looked decent as a
Yeah,
winger.
let's stick
Like
with
he's
them.
putting in great crosses, but at the same time, I would back Jesus Ferreira. I'm gonna have him there for the defensive work rate too, which is a bit
Yeah,
underrated of his game. But left side, man, I really want to go Georgie
just do it.
right from
Do
rip.
it.
I'm glad that we're on the same page. We don't have to talk about anybody else, but Lord forgive me for the spelling of this last name. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, there we go. And then the striker position.
I know who you're
Um,
gonna say, and
I
I
did,
think
yeah.
that he's better off the bench. I think we trust Morris at home to start with a short leash. That's what I would do.
I think I would roll. I think I would roll Dero, man.
I know you
I
would.
really would. And I know, and I understand the Morris thing. I understand it. But this is the lineup that we got. And by the way, we didn't really touch on it. It's going to be Rusnak, Ferreira, probably Rothrock again. I
Yeah, it will
honestly,
be.
to be honest with you, I think he rolls out the exact same lineup that we saw.
Yeah.
Um, to me, I would go Osase. I think maybe we leave this down to the chat. I'm seeing Osase,
Yeah.
Barry saying Moose. Formation switch. Chad, I think this is something we would have wanted to do earlier in the year. I think we're kind of just sticking with this. We tried it earlier in the year, but the 4-2-3-1 just has been what we've worked well with. So
That's
I'm
my
fine
yeah,
with this.
I don't see a world where we can change formation at all just because we've rocked with this all year, right?
Yeah,
It's too late.
Osase. Jordan off the bench or Moose off the bench. I don't know. It's tough. Curse Chat says Moose. Is Ryan Kent injured? Yes, he is technically, but he is
He's
available to be back next week.
some point
Apparently,
in Minnesota, he is supposed to have an impact. That's the quote we're working with. He'll have
allegedly.
some role.
Dero. I'm seeing mostly Dero, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm luckily for you, I'm a man of the people. And we can put Dero in there.
Rosario.
So
That's
put
who we're
Dero in
talking
there.
about, man. That's who I wanted to start. Lucas, that's who I want to start. Formation 2 in the back, 8 up top. Good
It
God.
would have worked in the second
I
half.
still don't think we break him down.
No.
Honestly, dude. Moose up top.
Okay.
Moose.
I understand. I
Winning is in his
understand.
blood. I like this argument. I
Okay.
like it.
I understand that Morris has been a striker in the last couple seasons for the Sounders, but some of the comments saying that Morris doesn't work as a winger when during the prime heyday of the Sounders, was he not off the wing?
Yeah, that's when he played his best, easily.
Yeah.
But he was also more athletic.
WT,
Injuries
get
and
Endrick up
age.
there.
Injuries and time have played a toll on Morris's speed. Like, obviously, of course. I mean, in 2020 when he played wing, I mean, he fucking that San Jose goal takes it from the halfway line, runs all the way across. He ain't doing that shit anymore. He's lost a step easily, so I can see why people don't want him on the wing. I wouldn't want him on the wing, but I will say he did look good. He did look good off the wing in the short time that he played there.
I still think that needs to be a neat. The more I think about it, it needs to be like a when needed, break glass in case of emergency type situation. Kind of like
I've
today, but
I've seen slightly more. I've seen slightly more Dero,
I think it's
but I
more than
don't.
slightly. I think it's the chat's been pretty dominant saying Dero. So let's put
Yeah.
Dero up there.
We'll put D-roll. I will say, guys, I'm sorry it's hard for me to put Musovsky up top. And look, you know what I like is when I talk shit on guys and then they absolutely prove me wrong. Rothrock did it before. Musovsky did it before, and he's in my brain, so I typed his name. Good God, nope. Okay, Osase, thank you for correcting me. All right. I hope if Moose does play, I obviously hope he scores and makes me look like an idiot. Would be totally fine with that. But this is how I'm going. I also understand the Morris, and if he's not doing it, like Osase come in almost immediately. I'm cool with that too. Have we played Jesus Ferreira at striker? We have. Did not work
Kinda.
well. I don't like him there. I want my striker to be someone who can finish. He's got arguably some of the worst ball striking on the team. So I'm okay. I'm okay on that.
I'm
Only problem
still
with the lineup.
heartbroken.
Only problem with the lineup is that Andrew's not starting. Listen, trust me, I pop you over. I know you've been in pretty much every stream recently. Me and Jaros both wanted Thomas to start, but I just think now, like, Fry's already started the game. He played game one. Didn't put a foot in wrong, to be honest with you. I think you just keep rolling him out there. I wouldn't take Fry out unless he really has a stinker in the playoffs at this point. But I understand why you would want Thomas for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's 100% a fair argument. And see, I just saw. See,
Wouldn't
the thing.
D'Lo
No,
be
bring that back up.
better?
Bring that back up.
Yeah.
D'Lo has proven that he can come in and he does like he can play when he's cold. That's the thing.
Yeah, and at the same time, nobody else is working.
Yeah.
So it's like, what other choice do we have other than trying to roll out the same thing? But I understand, like I get like the logic here, but sometimes strikers don't have to be hot. Sometimes they can come off the bench and put in goals. Chad Barrett, Will Bruin, two prime examples they can think of.
So
And
I
Osasi de
say,
Rosario
yeah.
himself has done it. So
So Barry the goat did ask for us to show what Brian would do. So I thought it's on my own separate tab. I made my own. I went on FootMob and made what Brian's gonna do, and it's gonna look like this. So I'd like to predict he'll probably play the exact same lineup. I think it's a pretty safe assumption.
I love the way that you just built that on a lineup builder, and it's definitely
Yeah.
not the lineup we just put out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
So
the same
anyway,
thing.
I was like, okay, so based off today, we couldn't score in the 90 minutes, so we're gonna have the exact same attack.
Yes. Go get him back somehow. It's not legal in any way. Get him back. Okay, I saw something about Brian Schmetzer. It's the post game interview. I mean, if it's not up now, it'll be up in the next 20 minutes probably. Um, let me guess. The guys played good. Minnesota's a good team. We
If
had a
Brian
couple
actually
chances we
did.
didn't take. Yeah.
Someone get the
Dude,
Dana
I ain't
White clip.
oiling up over this, man. Osasi de Rosario hat trick. Dude, I don't want. I'm not oiling up. I considered it for a half second. It's not happening. It's not happening anymore, man. Ah,
I just think this is another one of those comments where I think that's a great video for us to talk about right when the season ends because
yeah.
I
I don't
think the
want
De
to
La
pack it
Vega
up just
injury.
yet.
Yeah, honestly, for our mental health, let's not talk about it yet.
Let's not pack it up just yet, boys. Next
There's
stream
still a
though,
good
if we
chance.
lose, we'll go into detail on off-season moves for sure.
Nicholas, and he said, "Roll out the same boys."
The game will
See,
be. I don't.
I think that
Oh
my problem is that I think that if Minnesota packed it in at home, imagine what they're gonna do on the road.
yeah, I don't see how the game. Like when you say the game's going, I want to hear what do you mean when you say the game will be different. Like tactically, I don't see how it's different from them. It's the same thing. You got an elite goalkeeper. You're very defensively sound. You're gonna sit back. I don't know how they change anything, but I'm curious to hear your opinion. Yeah, I mean, with De La Vega, it just felt like we could do anything. Felt like we could beat anybody. Honestly, I with De La Vega, I really thought we could beat anybody, even LAFC. I thought we had that level of potentially that level of game changer. Obviously, he's not going to score a wonder goal every game, but a player with that kind of ability, no one on the team has that kind of ability. Nobody. Proven right today. Nobody has that. And you saw it tonight. We needed that. We really did. And there were spots where if De La Vega was there, who knows what could happen.
That's why I
But
think Georgia needs to play on the home at home. I think that we know they're gonna pack it in. We just need to have someone that will beat a guy and make something happen, something different. We can't just settle for aimless cross. I've said this over and over again. I think Georgia can be that guy. I mean,
yeah,
obviously, Kent's not gonna. Let's be honest, Kent's not gonna play more than a cameo, but Kent could be that guy.
yeah,
And this is just a true statement. If we get knocked out by Minnesota's, but I'll cry.
I'll be
Th-
upset. And haram ball, terrorist ball, shit ball. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But at the same time, us as Sounders fans, we can't be like
Yeah, it's kind of
fuck
what we
shit
made our
ball, you know,
we
because
made.
that's how we won our first cup.
You know what pissed me
Granted,
off?
I will say though, granted, we were missing a lot of key players, and Minnesota, to my knowledge, is relatively healthy. So it is
You
a
know what
bit
would piss
different
me
in that
off though?
aspect. But
It would piss me off if a team won MLS Cup without taking a shot in regulation. That'd piss me off.
they won't. This is not
That's
getting him anywhere. It'll get
like
him.
that's
It'll
not
get him past us
possible.
potentially, but you're
You
not
can't win
playing.
MLS Cup.
There was too many gaps in their defense to where a human son or a Dennis Bouanga aren't putting the ball away. So they're not going to win
Here's
MLS
the
Cup if they
problem.
do. Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. Our players score more goals at home, more energetic, the fans will be behind them. It doesn't matter what they do. I feel like the Sounders have proven so many times this year where we have kind of lost that touch. Like, especially at home, I feel like we've been super susceptible to giving up leads and like blowing when we get our one goal. I feel like we haven't really had that Sounders touch this year where one goal turns into three. Like, we talked about it on the last stream. We went through all of our home games, all of our recent games where we had a late lead and sold it or got really close to selling it. And I just think that Lumen Field has kind of lost that fortress type of feeling to it, which scares me.
Yeah.
But that's why I think we need a guy like a guy like Georgie. And I think I agree with Nick on this one. I think ODR
Yeah.
is a
I
great
do
super
too.
sub.
I do too. At the same time, we saw Osase score starting a cup final. Like he's not like he's just a super sub only type beat. Like I'm also comfortable with him starting a game too. But I do like the idea of like, okay, yeah, if we want to keep rolling out more, sure, it's 0-0 like ODR, put him in the game for a different profile. But I just want to start out that way, and also maybe start him in like get him more of a feel of the game instead of like, hey, if we're worried about him being cold, let's like, hey, how about you start the game? You kind of grow into it a bit instead of being like, okay, we need you 20 minutes, like score a goal.
You know what I
I'm fine either
will?
way with him on the field. Just he needs to be on the field. That's final point on Osase. He needs to
Well,
be on the field in some capacity.
let's acknowledge one fact though. If there is one team in the MLS where you're like, huh, the Sounders, I feel like they've been behind in Minnesota United before and came back. I think we've seen this a time or two. I think the Sounders, if we had to pick one team where they managed to choke against us, it'd be Minnesota United. 1-0 lead means nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were up 2-0 late against us in the Western Conference Final. We found a way to win that one.
We
They were
also
up.
had Raul Ruidiaz and Nico Ladero. I will just point that out.
Who needs that when you got Will Bruin, mate? They're up 1-0
Oh,
in the 90th minute.
I know
ODR.
that's still
ODR.
Ladero, but I like where you went there.
Okay, but he's scoring a PK. Rusnak can score a PK. He proved that today.
Fairs.
ODR just transformed to Will Bruin real quick. And also, you said, Rui, what's the common denominator in both of these games? What's the common denominator in both these games you scored? Did you notice one?
Striker scored late goals. We came back.
Will Bruin.
Will Bruin. Oh shit, fair enough.
You said ODR can be that.
All right, so Will Bruin is coming back. Is what I'm hearing.
That's all I need.
That's all we're trying to say here. I'm sorry we kind of beat around the bush, but Will Bruin needs to start game 2. Actually, off the bench. Sorry, off the bench game 2. Yeah. I think we got a Minnesota fan in here, by the way.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's sad.
Y'all are screwed. Wins in 2. You know what? If you guys can get past us, fair, but you're not winning the MLS Cup, man. Yeah, I promise you. I promise you. Anyways.
Okay, wait. I'm trying to figure this out real quick.
We're saying Lumen has lost that love and feeling. I mean, I think you'll see it in the playoffs. I think it'll come back. It'll look like how it usually looks back in the day. And if it doesn't, then we're cooked.
How many trophies does Minnesota United have? Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to open that.
We looked. Yeah. Oh, buddy, you're not getting to the final. That's my point. LAFC's they're putting you down like some dogs. I promise you.
Are we having a Minnesota United fan talking about whooping up Miami right now? Are we serious?
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of beat them in the final this year, but
oh shit, man. Hey, the pressure's all on you. We got a trophy this year. Like, fair play. You guys beat the Sounders. We're missing our best player. Fair enough. I mean, congratulations. You're still getting cooked. So. Oh shit.
I'm not a fan of their scarves that just have maybe written across. What?
I will say, dude, this would suck ass. Like, this really would suck ass, man. And they have no entertaining players, really. Like, I mean, Pereira has a nice left foot. But other than that, no one's really entertaining on their team. At least sometimes when the Sounders have done that, we've had magical players, you know. So, like, even if most of the game's defending, you have one guy who just takes you off your seat. They got nothing, man. You know, and in fair play, man, you can shithouse your way to a first round win, maybe even a conference final. You're not winning the MLS Cup, and if you do, I was gonna say I'd oil up, but I'm still not gonna do that. But yeah, man. And also, I don't want Vamos Sounders like rooting for Minnesota United if I say I'll oil up if they win. So that's off the table. That's off the table. Do they have a trophy? I don't think so.
They have 0 trophies in the MLS era, but they do have the 2011 NASL Championship, where the
Yeah.
team known as the Minnesota Stars FC. They have
Will
not won
be.
any major trophies since joining MLS in 2017.
Oh, dude, we
Well, heck,
accept that. I don't think we deserve. We didn't deserve to win that game. If we deserved to win it, we would have won it. You know, I'm not saying that. I don't know if first round knockout is revenge for 2020, especially in the fashion that we came back in. Not quite. I mean, that game was for an MLS Cup win. You know,
well,
so I
Western
wouldn't say
Cup,
it's
yeah,
quite. Yeah, I think you need about 5 of those first round wins to make up for that. I think.
yeah,
Honestly, like, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
brutal. Oh, geez. Well, boys, what else do you want to talk about? I mean, probably getting close to the end of this stream. Obviously, we now have a week. We have till next Monday to soak this in, be depressed, and then use this as motivation because we as fans need to find a way. We need to get the vibes up to help set the team's feelings up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a guy in the chat who repeatedly said he was going to go to the game painted in green and blue, and I did not see that. I did not see
I
that.
feel like they would have put that on TV too.
That's
Like,
what I'm
would
saying.
love
I
that.
think is he in
Yeah.
this chat? Because I think he lost us the game. I hate to point fingers, but it's like player Schmetz that you, because you have a commitment to this team and you let us down. You know what I mean?
Oh man, we made him sad. I will say, you know what, young Meeker, let me cheer up a bit. Uh, I will disagree with this. You guys did get pretty close to an MLS Cup appearance. You did,
That's true.
but unfortunately got knocked out by us. You know, so I don't know if I made you feel better. Actually, I probably just made you feel worse. But you know, it is what it is, man. Ghost snack. Do we have a ghost snack emoji yet? I thought we had one. If we have any members in the chat, do we have one? I could have sworn Shine said something about putting one in there. Yeah, but
Well,
I
boys,
gotta hop off in the next couple
yeah.
minutes. I don't know if you want to just wrap it up now, but
Yeah, I think, boys, for as depressing as that game was, the stream cheered me up a little bit. This is fun. If you guys enjoyed the stream, don't forget to leave a like. If you guys want to get some of the fun emojis we're talking about, you can become a member on the page. You get to choose some videos we talk about. Your comments in the chat will always get mentioned. We see Barry popping in about all the time. Boys, hopefully we can fix everything by
should we
next
give our
Monday.
predictions for next
We'll
game?
give our final predictions for next game.
Yeah.
Brody, go first.
I'm gonna say 2-0 Seattle win.
I was going to say 2-0 but to not be boring, I'll say 2-1 Seattle win.
Yeah, I think we get a goal within the first 60, 70 minutes.
I think Ozaze brace and then Brody oils up. Besides that, boys, I hope everyone enjoyed it. We'll see you guys on Monday for another stream after the game. Someone hopefully will be on stream. We'll let you guys know the details on that. And if not, we'll put some videos up before then. But leave a like. We'll see you guys later.